Welcome my Libras to your 2023 year ahead reading. I'm Christine. If this is your first time here, welcome to my channel. And if you've been here before and you're coming back, you're returning, welcome back. I am super excited to be here with you all and just grateful to be able to do your 2023 readings. I have just felt an upsurge of joy, of just so many good things coming, and I'm just excited to do your readings. That's it. I'm just going to keep saying that word. I've been saying it to all the signs as I've opened up the readings. As I'm shuffling, a few reminders. Always practice discernment and really listen to your intuition. Connect. You can watch this for any placement that you have Libra in. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mercury, Mars, North Node, or any others. And finally, know that energies do shift. So the way this will look like, I am using the New Year forecast spread by the Tarot Lady. I wanted to give credit since this is her spread. It's a 13-card tarot spread where we're going to look at a summary of what's happened last year for 2022, and we're going to look at different parts of your journey, your life, and then by quarter, and then an obstacle and what you can do to overcome that, and then 2023, and end it with a few oracle cards. So grab your favorite drink, get comfortable. Let's dive in. So I'm going to fan the cards. Usually I like to shuffle and let them fall, but we will be here all day. Literally, I'm not kidding. Okay, so what was your 2022 year like? Page of Coins, Earth, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. I've seen this card pop up for a few, especially the air signs. So my Libras, I feel like with the Page of Coins, this is also Pentacle Earth energy, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, that your 2022 was about really looking at your values and start building from those value shifts. Because I feel like in 2022, the focus was very much on finances and income, and I can only speak to this particularly for Libras as I'm a Libra Sun and Rising, and I know the nodal points really focus on our 8th and 2nd houses of income and shared resources, among many other topics. So for 2022, I feel like it was a year of new opportunities, of building that foundation or starting to build that foundation and really getting clear on what your values are, because a lot of shifts happen. I know a lot of Libras experienced a lot of changes, especially when it came to their financial sector, jobs, and their foundation where they live. So again, I feel like 2022 was the year of getting in touch with values, really connecting to what your values are, and then aligning the rest of your life, especially the physical, material aspect, to those values, because this is what is bringing in the balance. This is what created that first level, and what 2023 is going to build upon, and where you are going to see success and the fruits of all of those seeds being planted in 2022 bloom. I feel like it was a very, I wanted to say very spiritual year, but I feel like there were challenges in 2022 for many of my Libras. I feel like balance, of course, Libras are always trying to find balance, but I feel like 2022, the year itself was almost like juggling. You may have been juggling a lot on your plate. You may have felt busy a lot. It may have been difficult to just take a breather. And I feel like this was very much part of your spiritual. We see it here with the two, we can say moose, elk, reindeer, with these two animals. This was part of your spiritual path. It was a form of strengthening, of resolve, of knowing that you can do this. Okay, let's take a look and see what your career outlook is for 2023. Ace of Cups, a beautiful opportunity that you are going to love. I feel like this is going to be the year. I'm hearing love is in the air. Doo-doo. It's that 70s song, Love is in the Air. If you know that song, let me know down below. Who sings it? Barry Manilow? No. It's Barry. I forgot his name. Anyways, I feel like in 2023, your career outlook is going to really solidify. I feel like there's going to be an opportunity that comes up, because this is a very heart-centered choice. I feel like this may be a job or simply growth in your career, whether or not you are working, you know, for someone else, an organization, or for yourself. I feel like you're going to see a lot of growth here, a lot of expansion, and it's really going to, it's very much tied to your emotional space, to your heart. This is something you love, you've been hoping for, and it's just going to bring a lot of contentment and fulfillment, especially emotional. I have to say this because I'm getting, this is tied to your self-care. The more that you honor yourself and really take time to care for yourself, you're going to see that mirror back to you. So in your career, again, because we got the twos here, this is something about balance I'm getting. Make sure that in your career that you strike a balance. I heard strike a pose. Strike a balance between your work and your personal life. So know when it's time to end that work and then, you know, put a plug on it and move on. Because part of your growth and expansion in your career is very much tied to your self-love, your self-care, rituals, practices, and overall journey. So take time to pour into yourself too. I feel like in 2022, this was something many Librans really did. They focused a lot on themselves, perhaps because of different situations around them, but the 2022 was the year of really setting, again, it was that personal foundation and strengthening it. For your career, I just sense a lot of growth, emotional fulfillment. Many of you are going to be getting, I'm getting a lot of jobs. People that are looking for jobs, you're going to find jobs that are like at the top of your list. These bring a lot of emotional fulfillment, a lot of love, passion, connection. This is a brand new opportunity, a brand new beginning. For some of you that are entering, I don't know why I got this, some of you are entering the career force. Perhaps some of you have finished school up or stay-at-home parents or took time off, but I feel like for those that are entering the career force, you're going to find a lot of fulfillment, especially intellectually. Some of you really want to re-energize that part of your life, that part of your mind, your brain, and I feel like you're going to find a step into the right direction, but also into the career, whether you're returning to the same one or to a new career. This is such a positive outlook. This is really, I feel like your emotions, some of the values you may have set in 2022, I feel like a lot of you have focused on really connecting to what you do. Like, it's no longer just doing things just for the money. It's, you have to find connection and meaning to what you do, whether it's in work or the people that you're with or the hobbies that you engage with. Because I sense that's also something that has helped bring balance within you when you are able to connect to something that's greater than you. Okay, let's pivot now to finances and take a look. What is the financial outlook for my Libras, please? King of Coins, this is like one of the best cards. Taurus energy, Earth in general. It could be Virgo, Capricorn, but I get Taurus energy. So this is about building your wealth, long-term commitments, slow and steady energy. Some of you have been working, I'll just say working. You've been working very hard. From last year, you may have, again, Librans really were dealt a lot in the 2nd and 8th houses. So a lot of career changes, financial changes, learning to bring in income from, you know, in different ways and from a new perspective. And some of you may have struck out on your own, opening your businesses. Some of you changed jobs. It's been a lot of shifts in that area. Some of you may have left relationships, so your income changed as a result, etc. And so I feel like in 2023, there's going to be a lot of growth and stability, but this is a slow and steady work. It's not about, okay, I have a job and now all this money is going to come in. It's about taking that money and using it for good and investing in it, you know, because it's easy to earn money. It's also easy to spend it. It's much more difficult to keep it. And so for me, this King of Coins is about groundedness, security, and stability. And I feel like you are on path to this in 2023. I'm so excited because I'm a Libra too. And I feel like you're going to find this doing what it is that you love. We see the trees here, which and flowers, growth. Do you see that? And the roots. This is setting your foundation. Remember in 2022, I said this was the outlook for 2022, the summary. you all planted the seeds in terms of your values and the things that you started and we're starting to shift to, because the nodal point of Taurus and Scorpio will end around July. So a little bit more than halfway through the year. Then they'll shift into Aries and Libra. And so there'll be a huge focus on connections and relationships. But I feel like you are going to end 2023 feeling so much more secure, financially stable. You may even have met your savings goal at that time. You just feel more secure. You see this turtle is red. You could say brown red, but this is the earth. This is feeling grounded, feeling safe. And I feel like no matter where you are starting out in 2023, I feel like the work that you put in and the energy and time, even if you're noticing, 3 months into the new year, you're like, where are the fruits of my labor, here? I've been working, I don't see anything. Be patient. If more than anything that this card is telling you is patience. Stuff doesn't grow. This tree did not grow in a week, a month, not even a year. For many trees, and again, I'm not a tree expert, but it could take decades for them to grow. And I'm not saying it's going to take decades for your security, but akin to that energy, it's going to take, some time. And we see spring here. So again, you may start seeing some momentum around springtime. Take it as it resonates depending on where you are in the world. Whenever the light gets stronger, you may start seeing growth in this sector, and also the ability to feel more secure by savings. I just feel a lot of stability is coming in. I feel like you're going to get a handle on your money. This is super positive. Let's take a look at love. What's in store for my Libras, please, for love? 3 of Coins. Pentacle energy. This is, teamwork, collaboration, celebration, hard work. Some of you are going to meet, if you're looking for love, perhaps in a work or professional environment or through people that you network. I always include friends here too. This is about growth as well. So I feel like if any of you are, I get Gemini energy, if any of you are in school, going back to school, taking a workshop, learning, or even interested in attending those types of events, you could potentially meet people. They could start off as friends, but you can meet folks that could turn or become relationship material. I feel this is going to happen in a community type. I feel like for many of you, get 11th house energy. So for many of you, my Libras, I feel like you're going, if you're looking for love, you're going to meet people at events. But it could be like specific events that you may need to attend for work, career related, or in general, things that interest you. So follow your gut, your intuition. Anything that interests you, attend. You never know who you run into. I kid you not. For those of you that are in a current relationship, the 3 of Coins signifies, putting in work and growing the relationship. So again, this is going to be very relative for everyone depending on where your relationship is at. If you've just started dating someone, you can expect this to continue. This signifies growth, development, everyone putting in, their reciprocal sides and energy. And for those that are, heading towards maybe a longer term commitment, you may see that, whether that's some type of union, a formalized union, like an engagement or a marriage. I feel like this is building up to that. This is the growth, putting that time and work. It's collaborative too, so there's reciprocity that's needed, putting that work in together. So it's building something. So I feel like there's going to be a lot of room for love in general to grow. Now, for those that are not looking for love, I feel like in general, you're going to meet a lot more people, because the 3 of Coins signifies just more social interaction, more opportunities to work with others, to combine creative efforts, to collaborate. And this will give you an opportunity to, I almost said bump heads, but to share like-minded energy and, put like-minded heads together and create, to bring things to stability, to fruition. This could also be in a professional sense. So you may, again, it could be part of your career or something separate, like a side hustle. Okay, let's take a look at friends and family. We got 2 of Coins. So here, there is, I feel, stability coming in the area of friends and family. I feel like there's greater connection, reciprocity. It's interesting because this person is trying to balance. Two of Coins also speaks to, you know, setting goals, manifesting your wishes and whatever it is that you want. So I feel like when it comes to family and friends, there's a deepening of connections happening in this area. Perhaps there's a greater refocus on what is it that matters to me. And I feel like for many Librans in 2023, you're going back to your root of connecting to others, because Libra rule over the 7th house of partnerships. And this is going to be very much highlighted because Jupiter in Aries is transiting through the 7th house. So again, Aries is a fire sign, and it loves being in Jupiter, and Jupiter is very expansive. So again, there's going to be a general growth in all relationships, not just love with the 3 of Coins, but also with family and friends. So you may meet new friends, be open to that. I'm getting something about family. You may make more time. Some of you may have not devoted time that you wanted to family. In 2023, you may prioritize that more. I keep getting connections here. You may prioritize it more. You may prioritize more of your time to spend with family. And again, whatever your family looks like. I feel like there's a sense of balancing your relationships and connections out, especially with what you've been doing in 2022. I feel like a lot of energy was put into career and finances in 2022. 2023 with your love, and then with your family and friends, the outlook is positive. I see a sense of balancing out and growth in both areas. So again, be open to opportunities. Make sure that you are also receiving. This is something important to note. Make sure that your relationships are reciprocal, that it's not just you giving, because one of the tenets, something you will experience is everyone in the collective will be releasing shadow traits of the Libra energy come July into 25. And so this is something to be mindful of. Balance, not giving too much, codependency. Make sure that the relationships and people that you meet, that they're also giving back. It can't just be you operating alone. Okay, let's take a look at your spiritual outlook. 4 of Coins. These similar cards Gemini got, but in different areas. It's so interesting how the air signs are similar. So 4 of Coins is, in terms of your spirituality, it could be a little bit guarded. Because this speaks of security, of safety, of guardedness. So I feel like here there's a need for being grounded, for getting grounded. And I feel like some of you may need to return back to basics, similar message like with Gemini, but get back into a practice that allows you to declutter your mental landscape, right? To bring some ease, some peace, some harmony, whether that's meditation again, mindfulness. It could be breathing or deep breathing practices, breath work of different sorts. There's a need here for security, and some of you may have been operating more in your logic, analyzing, trying to find the answers up here. So that's where you may have felt the disconnection. And so for 2023, again, there's a need to guard your energy. Reserve that for you. Get back into a consistent, regular practice that's going to enable you to rest your mind, but also to receive messages. But I feel like there's growth here because 4 signifies your foundation. So some of you may be invited to build or rebuild your spiritual foundation. So that may mean re-examining and asking yourself, okay, 2023 is here. What did I learn from my practice, my spiritual practice in 2022? How did it look like? What did I do? Did I follow it? Was there anything I could have improved upon? Because all of these guiding answers allow you to use that information to improve upon and set goals that perhaps are more realistic for you in 2023. And so going forward, you can ask yourself, what do I want my spiritual outlook or health to look like in 2023? How do I want to feel? And what can I realistically do to make this happen? Because maybe in 2022, you're like, I'm going to meditate 2 hours a day. and you got busy and you're like, instead of even doing like a few minutes, you just canned it. And so again, this is about really taking time out to secure and to protect your own practice, your own rituals, your own habits and systems around spirituality, so that you can make this deepening of a connection, not just to yourself, but to something bigger, to your spiritual team, to higher power, to God, spirit, universe, whatever you denote it as, because that's where I see it starting. Sometimes I felt like, Librans, you may have had a tendency to let everything get in the way. You know, if it was between making dinner and meditating, you're like, see a meditation, I gotta eat. And so again, this is really about prioritizing what's important for you, because it's going to have an impact on you, especially since you are very much an analytical, mental sign. So let's take a look at your first outlook. We're going to look at January, February, March, the first quarter, and see what is in store for you. We got the Fool card, Aries. Interesting, because that's our descendant, right? If you have Aries, if you have Libra rising, Aries is your descendant. So with this Aries energy, this is about just taking a leap of faith, just starting. So during the first quarter, there may be something that you may have been putting off that you simply are being guided to take a leap of faith in. Just start. It doesn't have to mean a whole entire leap, like I'm going to launch something in 3 months. No, it could simply be making a decision to start something and not procrastinate, to actually do it. And this is going to vary. You're going to see it, and it depends on your life. It could simply mean, okay, this is the start of something new. Maybe I'm ready to start a new wellness practice, or maybe I'm ready to start cooking my own meals, or I'm going to revise my CV or resume and, look for that new job I wanted. Whatever it is, you're being guided. There's something that has been on your mind, and I'm sure this is from 2022. It didn't just crop up in 2023. That you have been feeling the nudge, but you haven't taken action on. So this is about planning it and taking action, because Aries doesn't just plan like perhaps an earth sign would. After they plan, they actually take action. So you may want to take a note after you planned a few steps, a few action steps, maybe one action step for the first week, and so forth, until you start building this dream, this goal out. There's a sense of putting yourself out there too. So again, for any of you that have been hiding, that have, again, I'm getting procrastination, that have been postponing making a decision, your time during the first quarter is going to be important. Okay, let's take a look at your second quarter, April, May, and June. This is for the spring, part of summer. We got 8 of Wands. Whoa, you guys, fire for you all. Second quarter, this is taking action, going. Like, where's the rest for the Libras? This could also be, putting your energy and focus on things that you truly want to do, right? Because again, I got that for your spirituality outlook with the 4 of Coins. And so for the first quarter, we got the Fool. But be careful, because we have Jupiter and Aries for my Libras. So be careful of burnout. This is happening in the 7th house. So again, you may meet a lot of people. You may feel like social interaction is increasing. You may meet a lot of people that actually ask for your time. So it's important to really listen to yourself, listen to your intuition, and be discerning of what is valuable to your time and not. Second quarter, we got 8 of Wands. I feel like you're going to be busy with April, May, and June. So that's a little bit after when, spring starts. So again, this may be a small step that you take, but after that, it's in full bloom. You may realize that whatever it is you take a step forward in, that it doesn't, you may have thought, oh, it's going to take a while for things to get going. With this energy, I feel like things are going to get busier than you seem. So you're going to find that you will have to manage your energy very carefully during the second quarter. So something to be mindful of, because I feel like, again, with the 8 of Wands, it's going to be busy. There may be a lot of communication. Again, because of the focus on connections, you may have a lot of people wanting your attention. So there's a need for balancing here. Okay, let's take a look at quarter 3. 7 of Swords. Okay, This is a wolf, and this looks like some type of monster dinosaur. So Seven of Swords indicates some type of, it could be secrecy, manipulation, deceit, treachery of sorts. So again, keep an outlook. This is why it's important to tune into our intuition, because we feel it. You know, when you're out and you just feel like something's off and sometimes you can't explain it, that's your intuition talking. I feel like you will get a sign. Something may not be working in the way that you want. It doesn't necessarily have to be a person trying to deceive you or manipulate you, but again, be cautious, because there is a focus on a lot of energies coming into your life in 2023. I feel like there's going to be an influx of people. So you need to also practice discernment when you meet these people. Not everyone that's coming into your life in 2023 is going to stay, nor are they for your highest good. The universe likes to test people, right? So again, just be cautious, not paranoid. Use your antenna because this for this third quarter, July, August, September, which is when a lot of people tend to be more social in the summer months. And if you're in the southern hemisphere, winter. And two, in the winter, a lot of people congregate, especially inside. Just be cautious of anything that just seems a little bit out of the norm, a little bit that seems off, something that doesn't seem right. This is a chance for you to tap into your intuition. I feel like this is an intuition test. Okay, let's take a look now for the final quarter, October, November, December. What is in store for my Libras? Whoa, Four of Swords. Okay, so I know it looks bad here, and we have a wolf too, and it follows. Seven of Swords, Four of Swords. So again, it's not to scare you or bring fear. In the third quarter, there may be something, again, it could be with a friend, a relationship, some type of career or business opportunity. It'll depend on your life, It'll depend what area of your life. But there could be something that maybe you make a decision and you realize in retrospect, that wasn't the right decision. And this is simply a learning opportunity. It could also be, I don't usually get this with Seven of Swords. It could be overextending yourself. Sometimes, but this is usually, for me, Seven of Swords is usually something external of you. But sometimes when we overextend ourselves so much, we don't see. We're like blind to the spots, right? There are blind spots around us. We don't see any dangers, right? And I don't mean like murders and stuff like that. I'm talking about like people that may try to engage in a one-sided conversation, people that take advantage of you, maybe not so good career choices or deals or promotions, things like that. So that's why it's important to really listen to your body and listen to yourself and feel. So again, this is for the fourth quarter, the last part of the year, October, November, December. And this signifies simply taking a time out. The last year, you may find yourself just needing rest. This signifies rest and rejuvenation. Again, look what you have in the first quarter and the second quarter. You have Aries for the Fool card for the first, and then you have Eight of Wands. So in the beginning of the year, you may find yourself actually putting in more energy. This is literally for the first 6 months. First 6 months of the year, you may find yourself working a lot, putting in a lot more, and really going at it. And then the remainder of the year, especially the last 3 months, you may find yourself, okay, things have slowed down. This is time for taking care of myself, because the Four of Swords is about resting and rejuvenation, taking a step back. You may have over-committed. It's interesting because there's swords in both of them. And I know it's the card, right? But again, something you may have realized in the third quarter, you're like, oh crap. And you're like, I need a break. And this is a chance for you to recoup from it, which is good. It's simply something to be mindful of, but also aware of. That's the word. Okay, let's take a look at the biggest obstacle you will face in 2023. Six of Swords. I kid you not, a lot of signs have gotten this card. Biggest obstacles. I feel like this is pivoting, learning how to navigate and move away from things that did not pan out in a positive way or in the way that you thought, and essentially refocusing. Because Six of Swords is moving away to literally calmer waters. For some of you, the biggest obstacle you'll face will be making a move somewhere in your life. It could be in your career, in a relationship, in general, to start over. Who got this? I think it was Aquarius. One of the air signs got this too. So if you have another heavy air placement in your chart, like a lot of Aquarius or Gemini, check one of the readings out. But in general, I feel like this is a pivot. So you may find yourself, because sometimes we find ourselves in situations and we feel like we have to see them out. We feel like we have to complete them. For example, if we meet a friend and we're at dinner and we're like, I don't like this. This is not going anywhere. Or it's a date, or maybe it's a job or collaborative opportunity. Who knows? Any situation, and you're like, this is not feeling good. It's not panning out. I don't want to be here. At that moment, you have a choice. You can waste your time and sit through it and suffer. And that's a learning opportunity in and of itself. Or you could say, you know what? This is not for me. I'm going to excuse myself. Have a great rest of your evening. Bye. That's the type of pivoting energy I'm feeling. So you may experience in 2023 those moments where the universe is asking you, do you want to waste your time and energy in the situation? Actually, let me rephrase that, because I won't say waste, because I don't feel like we ever waste it in that way, because there's always something we learn. Because this is also too speaking about boundaries, which is going to be very important as we get to the midpoint, because one of the shadow aspects of Libras is people pleasing, codependency as well, and pleasing others at the detriment to themselves. So something to keep in mind for 2023 is the I part here. Where do I fit in, especially with others? How do I feel? Because if it's not feeling good, then I'm going to leave. That's it. There was something I read recently in a blog. You know, sometimes when we pick up books, we're like, I'm just going to see it through because I got the book and I'm just going to read it. Even though you hate it on like page 5, we feel that obligation. That's the word. So again, if there's something that you feel you started, you picked up, you met someone, you started a project, whatever it is, and you're just like, I'm not feeling it, I don't want to do this, it's okay for you to change your mind. But you got to recognize it more than anyone. Okay. How to tackle this obstacle. Let's see. How can my Libras tackle this obstacle for 2023? Use your charm, your flirty nature, your charisma, 2 of Cups. Again, so any situation that calls for you to pivot, to basically say, you know what, it's out, see ya, I'm done. You can do, and Libras are very wonderful at this. You have a beautiful way of being very diplomatic. You're the peacekeepers of the zodiac. You have a way of excusing yourself, and that's what you're being guided to do. You know, really connect to that person, do things out of not shadiness, not people pleasing or codependency, but being kind and diplomatic, right? Just letting people know the truth, because Libras actually can be, most are very, very truthful, and sometimes people don't want to hear what Librans say. You can say things with honesty, but also with kindness, and then exit. So this is about using your words nicely, in other words, you know? Okay. And let's check out the overview of 2023 for you all. What is happening? What's the overall energy for 2023? You guys, there's a lot of swords for us. 10 of Swords. But I'll tell you what. I don't feel like 2023 is going to be the year of shit for us. I feel like this is not putting up with shit. Again, I get a strong resounding, like I got a lightning bolt, a strong resounding feeling of Librans are not taking any more shit. We are done with it. You know, 2022 was about really building those blocks, that foundation, our value system, and taking it forward in 2023. I feel like there's a lot of love Librans bring, and sometimes people take advantage of that. That's why, again, you're being guided with this obstacle. You don't have to stick through things, or stay around, or say yes, or put yourself in situations when you realize, you know, during that time, it's not for me. And so to that effect, with the 10 of Swords, I feel like this is an ending to all of that. I feel like many of you are releasing these elements, these shadow elements of Libran energy, you know, people pleasing, doing things for others when you are suffering and you're like, I hate this, I don't want to do this. Codependency, manipulation too, passive aggressiveness. Those are some of these shadow aspects. Gossip as well. Libra is an air sign, but very jovial and charismatic too. And so I feel like for the overall year ahead, many of you are ending this. Again, this is a complete mindset shift. Your values have shifted, and many of you are like, I don't want to engage in this anymore. This is completely different. I want to approach things differently. And this, again, with every ending brings a new beginning. I'm going to clarify this card for you guys, because no one wants to see Ten of Swords. But I don't feel like it's bad. I just feel like I immediately I'm done with the BS. So your boundaries, I feel like, are going to be extra sharp and tight. I don't feel like people are going to be able to pull a fast one on you in 2023, because you're just like done. Okay, can we clarify the Ten of Swords, please, for my Librans? Ten of Swords. Got Ten of Wands. Got the Wheel, fixed signs, Scorpio, Aquarius, Leo, Taurus. Wow. So this is clarifying the Ten of Swords for the outlook. I feel like many of you are dropping burdens. You're dropping shit that you're done carrying stuff. Some of you are sensitives, are empaths, and you carry the energetic load for some people. Energies you've put yourself, or have been, you stay too long essentially in situations that you were supposed to exit. And I feel like this is something in 2023, an overarching theme. If it doesn't feel good, you're not staying in it, you're exiting. Again, this is a cycle with the Wheel. This is a lesson too. I feel like this is something that many of you have learned to this point. And I feel like in 2023, you may experience opportunities where you're going to have to use your voice. You're going to have to be assertive. And for some, it may be uncomfortable. You may feel like, oh my God, I feel like I'm about to start World War III. It feels like things are going to explode, when really they're not. It's simply you asserting yourself and speaking your truth and not being afraid of that. This is about dropping the weight that's not yours. So something to remember, this is an extremely empowering energy. This shouldn't scare you. This should empower you. If you're not there yet, take baby steps. I recommend reading books on boundaries, on assertive communication, and protecting your energy. It's going to be vital for you, because this is going to make a difference for you. You don't want to repeat the cycle. And we got 10 again. 10, some of you are seeing 10, 10, 10. 10 of Swords, 10, the Wheel, 10 of Wands, 10, 10, 10. Those are completions. Some of you are for sure moving somewhere. It could be a move in any area of your life, or a physical geographic move. Okay, we are going to get into the tarot right now. Excuse me, into the oracle, and take a look and see what additional messages the universe has for you. I sense just a lot of empowerment, a lot of growth. I feel like people that have dealt with you before in the past may come into your life in 2023 and think that you're the same old Libra. And I think a lot of people are going to be shocked when they realize you're not putting up with their shit. It's not because you're mean, it's because you just don't have time to waste. Many of you are focused on your goals. You're not putting up with people that are draining you, that are one-sided, that took advantage. You're also not allowing yourself to be hurt in that way anymore. That's an up-leveling in your value system, because you value yourself. What other messages does the universe have, please, for my Libras? You know what's interesting? All the air signs, their readings are a tad shorter than the others. Okay. What do my Librans need to know, please, for 2023? We got 2 cards. Nothing is yet set in stone, mutable moon. Meditate and contemplate, new moon in Pisces. You guys, I think like a lot of the signs have gotten this card. I've seen this, I think, 3 or 4 times. Again, like I said, meditation with your spiritual outlook. You got to focus on going back to basics and grounding yourself, especially with the 4 of coins. Nothing is yet set in stone. This is about being open to the flow of life, not being rigid, being flexible, especially with yourself. And again, speaking on the overall outlook, right? We got the 10 of Swords, and about not taking bullshit and not having to marinate. And basically, you can exit anytime. Know that. That's the way that you reclaim your power. You don't allow other people to take that from you. You don't give it away either. Know that, look, nothing is yet set in stone. Anything is changeable, in other words. Everything could be figured out. So always know you have an option. A lot of you are going to find, again, there's something about 2 here. A lot of you are going to find balance within yourself. This is harmony within yourself. Some of you need to rest your mind, like take a mind vacation, an R&R-cation, and literally rest. But moving forward, really take into account how you can better integrate some type of practice of stillness, of connecting to yourself. This also, I mean, Pisces is 12th house, spirituality as well. Okay, let's see what other messages the universe has for you for 2023. What else for my Libras? What else should my Libras know, please, for 2023? Did anything fall? We got 1 card. 32, conquer fear. Most fear is based on illusions, on truths we deny to avoid change. Release your need for control and perfection. Doing your best is plenty. Libras do have a perfectionist streak, so this is something that may come up for you, especially with the first quarter energy we got with the Fool card about starting. Some of you may have fears about initiating or starting something that may seem out of your comfort zone. So again, this is really insightful, because when we're scared or there's fear that comes up, get curious with it and ask yourself why. Are you afraid of being seen? Are you afraid of failing, of success? Are you afraid that people may think you don't know anything? Are you afraid because you don't know enough? I remember when I started YouTube, which I never anticipated that I would be on YouTube and doing videos. But when I first started, I was a wreck. I remember my first video I tried to load, I couldn't upload onto my computer from my phone. I almost lost it. It took me like 8 hours. You guys, and I have a smartphone. I kid you not. So you learn along the way. You learn a lot when you start something new, and that's the energy you want to have, because it's the energy of a child, you know, of a beginner. And whatever we start, we all start off as beginners, and that's the growth. It's the process itself that lends to all the knowledge, the learning, the experiences, the challenges, the shitty moments. That all helps us grow and build our character. So again, just something to be mindful of for 2023. Some of you are working on overcoming your fears. And actually recognizing when enough is enough. What other messages does the universe have, please, for my Libras? I saw a card go this way. Ooh, you have 3 cards. Okay, we got time. Time has a wonderful way of showing you what really matters. Quite a few signs have gotten this. This is about prioritizing your time, because time is energy and time is money. And again, I'm not saying or advocating money is everything, but remember, if you're earning money and you're trying to maybe bring in more financial security and build your nest egg, we'll just say generally, everything that you do and where you put your time and energy, it's related to that. So say, I don't know, you work, let's just say 10 hours a week. I'm throwing something out there. But then you spend your money on something that you know is not really in line with your values. So this is a reminder to always tap into your values. What's important? If family is important to you, maybe working 40 hours plus a week is not in alignment with you. It doesn't matter how much money it brings. Maybe you'd be happier working fewer hours, just covering what it is that you need to and spending time with those you love. This is something that's been coming up, because the older we get, we realize we don't get time back. It's really easy to take it for granted, especially with your loved ones. We have Snake. Be sensitive to your healing abilities toward yourself or others. Snake is also very transformative. I feel like in 2023, you may open up. I've got this for quite a few signs, but I feel like For 2023, you may have some type of transformative ability when it comes to your healing. You may realize, oh shit, I have healing abilities. What am I going to do with this? Or if you already use your gifts every day and have been, nourishing them, you may find that, wow, things are more enhanced or something new is coming in. I feel like here, many of you have the ability to transform a lot of, like alchemy. You work a lot with different elements. So in 2023, you may be shown through the experiences that you have, how you are able to assist your energy, your healing. I'm getting something about with time. You're getting signs about this. So pay attention, because sometimes when the universe gives us signs and we don't pay attention, there comes almost like a tower moment. And it's not bad, but it's like the universe, it's almost like someone knocking on your door and we don't answer. And after a while, they break down the door. That's the energy. So pay attention to the signs around you, because you may be getting signs about your gifts, your healing, and where it is that you can best contribute those gifts to or toward. Finally, we have the Ankh. The Ankh represents the key to all hidden knowledge. The loop symbolizes the eternal soul, as it has no beginning or end. Again, I get a lot of clairvoyant energy, a lot of energy to the past. I feel like some of you are opening up to metaphysical knowledge. Akasha, that's what I wanted to say. Past life, whether here or in other systems, planets. This is interesting that you guys got these cards. Perhaps this is why it's important for you to really put your spiritual practice, on the ground. Some of you may have fears around this, around your gifts, around how to use them. You may feel a little bit scared of what you're experiencing, what you're seeing, what you're accessing, and it's normal. There's a lot about the moon here. It's going to be really important in 2023 to nurture yourself. I see stars, but a lot of moon energy here. It's going to be very important. The moon is very maternal, very important to nurture yourself, which is going to help with your intuition and your psychic abilities, your extrasensory perceptions, or perception, I should say. Some of you need to increase your self-care or re-envision what that looks like for you in 2023 so that you feel good. Again, a lot of connotations on energy management for you all as well, with boundaries. Especially, remember, we got the 10 of Swords for your overall 2023 energy. Some of you need to cut out. So for some, this is still going, it's still waiting, right? So when 2023 comes, you're going to find, I need to cut this shit out. And that could also mean stating or reasserting beliefs or boundaries for yourself so that others can respect you, your time, and your energy. More importantly, setting boundaries shows respect and love for yourself. Okay, let's see what other messages the universe has for my Libras. Ooh, we got pride. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. I feel like this goes with the need for control and perfection. Acknowledging what it is that you bring to this world, all the good that you do, and simply for who you are. Not what you are, but who you are as a soul. You may see that reflected in people. A lot of the things that we admire in others are things that we also inhabit within ourselves. Same thing if we are annoyed by others. Things that we don't like in others, we're like, shit. I'm an impatient person. So when I find someone else and I'm like, why are they so slow? I'm like, oh shit. It's because I'm like that too. So in the same vein, This is asking you to really take stock of the beauty that you are, what you bring, the gifts that you bring into this world. It's your soul essence, right? It's not what you do. It's not your title. It's not what you have in your bank account. It's simply who you are, and to be really proud of yourself. But take pride in that as well. How can my Librans best take care of themselves, please, for 2023? Okay, we got one card. You guys, everyone, almost everyone has been getting this. 28, intuition. Intuition is going to be super important in 2023. I feel because there's a lot of energies coming into your life. I immediately have got that with you all. It's interesting because with Gemini, they dealt with a lot of that in 2022. So it's a different type of outlook for them in 2023. So again, your intuition, this is going to be your biggest form of self-care in 2023. Again, this is why it's important to nourish yourself, to rest, to ask yourself what that looks like for you. How can you establish better boundaries between work, life? How can you stick to those and make sure that you also take time for rest, true rest, taking care of yourself? It's going to look very different for everyone, but we have meditate and contemplate. Some of you may just be yearning to be. Maybe book a vacation, go on the beach and just lay there. Like, don't even listen to anything, or do a staycation and plop on your couch in your favorite pajamas. Right now in 2023, your intuition is calling for nurturance, for development. This is where all of the answers lie. Wow. Let's continue on and see what messages spirit animals have. What do my Librans need to know, please, for 2023? Okay, we're going to go again. What messages do spirit animals have for my Librans for 2023? I felt something drop. Ooh, we got two. We got peacock, vibrancy. Of course, the Librans get this. You were born to shine and inspire. Practice humility to avoid jealousy. Be grateful for life and more good things will come. Be true to yourself and recognize your brilliance. This is about not dimming your light. We also have lizard, regeneration. As a survivor, you are unparalleled. No matter what happens, you can adapt. Embrace your transformation. Put on your new cloak. You are a master of regeneration. I got that with the snake, because snakes are all about transformation, death, rebirth. I feel like in 2023, some of you may feel like you are reborn. You've overcome a lot. Again, regeneration, rest, rejuvenation. This is about, again, we got pride too. You know, taking pride in who you are, recognizing, again, your true light, your brilliance, what you bring to this world. Some of you diminish your light, perhaps because it makes other people feel uncomfortable, or you may sense that other people are envious. Keep brightening your light. Keep shining your light. Because this is how you call in people that you are going to connect with on a soul level. People that are here to help you and you them. What messages, please, what affirmations does the universe have for my Libras for 2023? Ooh. My nose started itching. Oh. Why do we have a few flying? Do Librans have to say more affirmation? We got three cards. True manifesting is about receiving what is of the highest good for all. If you want to screenshot it. True manifestations is about receiving what is for the highest good of all. We have manifesting is a creative process of aligning with the energy of the universe to co-create an experience that elevates my spirit and the spirit of the world. A lot about manifesting. Some of you, you're going to be master manifestors in 2023. So watch your thoughts and your beliefs. Pay attention to those, because what you think about and what you believe will manifest. Finally, we have, when I connect to the spiritual realm, I open the door to receive divine guidance, clear direction, and great wisdom. I've been seeing trees everywhere. Again, for a lot of signs got this, but I feel like intuition is going to be especially important. You've got a lot of signs for your spiritual practice in this 2023 reading, because that is where you are going to get your nudges, your next steps, clarity, confirmation. Some of you may dream. Everyone receives information differently. You may be clairsentient, so you may sense information, guidance, right? Some of you are claircognizant, where you just know. You have no way of knowing where it came from, you just know. Some of you are clairaudient, where you hear messages. Some of you are clairvoyant, where you see with your third eye, with your mind. Some of you are clairalient, where you can taste, or clairgustant, taste and smell. And there's so many other ways to access these gifts, so pay attention. When I connect to the spiritual realm, I open the door to receive divine guidance, clear direction, and great wisdom. I'm getting a meditation, stillness, silence, retreat. I'm sensing a profound up-leveling in your spiritual growth. Some of you are stepping it up. You're going to be using your gifts, your healing in a way for others and for yourself. And you're meant to shine. Some of you are still not shining. You're still behind the curtain. So that may be why we got the Fool card. Remember, we got the Fool card energy. Where is it? We got the Fool for the first quarter, January, February, March. Some of you may be a little bit scared about putting yourself out there, being seen. So just remember, take it one step at a time. As long as you make progress towards that, no matter how small, you are doing it. My Librans, I hope this reading has helped. If it resonated with anything you're feeling now, let me know down below. Comment, introduce yourselves. I love getting to know you. Please hit the thumbs up button, the like button, if this reading gave you any wisdom, any nuggets, any just clarity in general. Share this if you feel others could benefit. And if you feel inclined, I would love it if you could join our community, subscribe so you can see more videos like this, more videos on spirituality, astrology, energy healing, wellness, and so much more. I thank you all so much for being here. I hope the 2022 year ends in a very peaceful way for you, and I am wishing you a beautiful start to your 2023. Thank you so much, and I'll see you soon.